In today's video, I will talk about all the latest updates from the ATEM SWITCHERS update 9.5 from Blackmagic Design. Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Steph. I run a production house here in Singapore doing photography, videography, live streams, and basically everything tech. Welcome to my channel. Blackmagic Design just released the ATEM SWITCHERS update 9.5. Atem Mini users, we are not abandoned and forgotten by them. But do take note, the update is only available for the following models. So in today's video, I will go through in detail what are these updates and how to use them, so do stay tuned for this complete guide. I will also share real-life experiences along the way, so without further ado, let's dive right in. First of all, make sure you download the update from the official website at blackmagicdesign.com/support. Under ATEM SWITCHERS Update 9.5, select your operating system. Once you have downloaded, install the app. Make sure you have the minimum system requirements before you install the app or it will not work. Once you have installed the app, your software control panel should show you the latest version. Also make sure your Atem Mini console is updated as well. So as usual, connect your computer or laptop to your console using a USB cable, and a pop-up should prompt you if you want to update your switcher software. Click on Update. Now that we've got the boring part out of the way, the downloading and the installation, which are essential, let's get down to the exciting part, what these updates are for Update 9.5. Webcam output. So when you open up your Atem software control panel, you can see under Outputs, there's a new option called Webcam Out. So previously, we only have two options, right? Output 1 and Output 2, which refers to your HDMI out ports 1 and 2 respectively. So what is this new guy on the block, Webcam Out? So now with the latest update 9.5, your Atem Mini console allows you to use your USB-C port as an output port, making it effectively a HDMI port 3, which means you can use your computer or laptop as a monitor for your output. Sounds confusing? Don't worry, I've made a quick video to show you how it actually works in real life. So first of all, you will need to have a camera app on your computer. So for myself, I use the Mac and I recommend downloading this app called Quick Camera. Alright, so I figured the best way to actually show you how this all works is to actually take a video of the setup. Pardon the mess, I haven't really got time to do a proper setup because Atem software control, Atem update just came up one day ago, and I just want to get this out to you guys as soon as possible. So as you can see, I have my setup here, the Atem Mini Extreme, and then I have my monitor connected to my HDMI out the standard way here, and then I have my USB-C cable connected to the USB-C port here and all the way to my laptop, right? So after you have downloaded Quick Camera, go to the Quick Camera app and you can see that the camera is coming from the built-in camera, which is the FaceTime HD camera here, right? So what you can do is actually go to Camera, select Source, and then select Blackmagic Design. It's an option here if you have connected everything properly. So you can see it's a little bit small, so let me full screen this, and then on your laptop you actually have the multi-view of your setup. It's exactly the same as the multi-view from your HDMI out here. So what effectively it means that instead of using the two HDMI outs here, which gives you your monitor settings, your monitor view, you can now actually use the USB-C connection from your Atem Mini to your laptop and then passing it out as a multi-view. So technically, you can actually have 3 monitors showing the multi-view, but I'm not sure what you need 3 for. So I hope this explanation is easy and it's clear to actually tell you what this new USB webcam out can do. So with this update, Blackmagic Design has now given us an option of an output through our USB-C port. Until this update, I never knew that this was even possible, pushing your output view through your USB-C port on your console to your laptop. Another great piece of tech engineering there by the Blackmagic Design engineers, so kudos to them. So from what I see, this is especially useful for the older Atem Mini Pro models, those without the ISO. Because these models are actually quite limited because they have only one USB-C port and one HDMI out port. Quite often for your live streams, your client will need a HDMI output from you to screen it on the projectors or put it on Zoom, Teams, etc. And you're actually limited because you only have one HDMI out. And you need that, right, to monitor your multi-view. Now with this update, you can safely give this port to your client and use this new webcam out feature to have a multi-view through your USB-C port to your laptop. SRT streaming support. In this new update, Blackmagic Design has added SRT streaming support. So SRT stands for Secure Reliable Transport, which is an open source video transport protocol that optimizes video streaming performance. But a more familiar protocol would be RTMP, which we all have been using for quite a while. So basically, in short, SRT is superior for streaming, but RTMP right now is more commonly used. YouTube now has a SRT streaming option, and Blackmagic Design has added this option to our Atem Mini switchers via the new update. Go to your Atem software control panel, go to Output, Live Stream, and you can select YouTube SRT. Or if you don't use YouTube SRT, you have a custom option here to add other SRT platforms under Custom URL H264, and you can input your details in here. Sync recordings to Blackmagic Cloud. So prior to update 9.5, all our recordings are saved to a physical hard disk connected to our USB-C port, right? So the new update 9.5 has added the ability for your live stream recordings to be synced with your Blackmagic. But first of all, you need to have a Blackmagic account. So go to blackmagicdesign.com and click on the login button at the top right. If you have an account, you can sign in here. If not, you can click on sign up to sign up for a new account. Once you have signed in, you can see the option of cloud storage here. Click on it and you should be able to see your storage, which is Ceph storage here. For free accounts, you have a 2 GB cloud storage. So now how do you sync your recordings to your Blackmagic Cloud account? Go to Atem software control panel, under Switcher and Output, click on Record and check the box Sync to Blackmagic Cloud. Here you can log in to your Blackmagic account directly, or you can log in via web, which brings you to a web page to log in with your details. Once successfully logged in, all your recordings that you have done for your live stream will be synced to your cloud storage, and you can see the files here. So the benefits of having a cloud storage sync is that for every live stream recording you do, you actually have 2 recordings, one on a physical hard disk that we have, and one to the cloud. That is extra security for your recordings. Just in case your hard disk fails, you actually have a backup on cloud. So if you need more cloud storage, you can sign up for the paid plans on Blackmagic Design. I mean, usually for us, when we do the recording, it's always a little bit scary whether the hard disk will be full, whether it will crash or not, right? So right now, if you have a cloud account, that pretty much solves one of our problems. Live editing using DaVinci Resolve. Remember in one of my previous videos on the NAB updates, I talked about how Blackmagic Design was coming up with an update for ATEM switchers to be used with their instant replay capability in DaVinci Resolve 19. Okay, the news that you Atem Mini users have been waiting for. Right now, the DaVinci Resolve 19 replay update is not yet available for Atem Mini users, But Blackmagic Design has informed us that they are actually working on a software update support for the Atem Mini Extreme ISO models. Congrats, it's here! I'll do a detailed video guide in future, but for today's video, I'll just do a very simple and quick example to show you how this works. So you have an idea of how it works and you can go and play around with it. So in your Atem software control panel, go to Output, Record. I'm going to select ISO recording all inputs and rename the file. Then I'm going to click on Record. Now my Atem Mini is recording all 8 inputs. Then go to your DaVinci Resolve and in your project, right-click on the Media Pool section and select Import Media. Then go to Network and you can see Atem Mini Extreme ISO here. Click on it and you should see your external hard disk in here. I see my test DaVinci folder. So go to Video ISO Files. Then I'm going to select all 8 cam inputs and click Open. Here you can see all my 8 files are still currently recording, as indicated by the red recording icons on each file. Because for today's video, I did not insert any cameras or inputs, so all you see is a black recording. But these are all updated real time as your live stream goes on while you continue recording. So you can drag the clip to your timeline and start your usual editing. This instant replay feature on the DaVinci Resolve is just so amazing. Because if you need to create a quick highlights video from your live stream, in fact, right after the live stream ends, you can already send your client a 1-minute highlights video. That will just make your production look so good and impress your client, right? Network storage for external drive. So before this update 9.5, remember when we have an external hard disk connected to the USB-C port of our Atem Mini console? So usually for our live stream productions, we press record, do our live streams, then at the end, we stop the recording, plug out the hard disk, plug it into your computer, and then copy the file or pass it to your client or whatever, right? That's the usual process that we do. Now with the new software update 9.5, the whole network is connected. Wow, big word. Let me show you what it means. So let's assume you have your usual setup and the hard disk is connected to your USB-C port of your Atem Mini. On your laptop or computer, go to your network. I use Mac, so I click on Go and select Network. You can see my Atem Mini Extreme ISO option is available here, which means it is on my network. When I click on it, I see the T5 SLF folder here, which is the name of my Samsung T5 external hard disk. I click on it and I can see all the files in my hard disk. From here, I can just copy and paste the latest live stream recording onto my laptop or plug in another thumb drive, possibly from my client, to the laptop, and I can do a direct transfer of the file. Disable FTB option. Go to your Atem software control panel, click on the little gear button at the bottom left. Under General, you see a new option here, Fade to Black, which means you have the option to disable it. Hands up, how many times you have pressed this button by accident during your live stream? And it's pretty scary, right? Like you see your program view just go black and then you're like... And then you realize it is just the FTB button that you have pressed by accident. If they have the option to remove it physically, I would take that option because honestly, I don't see the reason why you would need to use an FTB button. Theoretically, it's pretty useful, but in real life, I've almost never used it because I usually replace it with a media image. You know what it means, right? And this has to be so strategically placed at such a compromising position, bottom right of the console when you are usually right-handed. But anyway, give credit when it's due. Blackmagic Design has done something about it. They probably created it and realized it was useless and decided to use software to disable that button. Well, I guess it's going to be a default disable for most people from now on. I've also read that some of you guys actually made sort of a small case and taped it over your FTP button to prevent accidents. Talk about innovation, you guys, but now you can remove this case and tape because of this new feature. We no longer will press the FTB button by accident. Multiview. The Multiview section is something that Blackmagic Design seemed to have put some effort into in this update. So to get to the Multiview section, similarly go to the little gear icon on the bottom left of your control panel and select the Multiview here. The first thing that struck me is the addition of a lot of new buttons here. So first we have the frame guides. For easy visual, I'm going to split this video right now into two screens. So when you see I click on the frame guide options, what happens on the Multiview output instantly. For frame guides, it basically means you can have a 16 by 9 or 9 by 16 frame as a guide on your individual Multiview screens, except for the program view. This is in case you are streaming for the usual landscape orientation, or maybe if you are doing TikTok or Instagram live, you usually have a vertical or portrait orientation, right? You can turn all of them on by clicking on all on, or you can choose all 16 by 9 or all off. The next new feature is the ability to turn off the borders on your Multiview, as well as the option to customize your border colors. If say you like purple, you can select purple and then you can see your borders are purple in color. For myself, I prefer the borders to be in neutral color, which is gray, because I'll get a little confused because for our live streams, right, red is always the program view and green is always the preview color. I don't want any other fancy colors on my Multiview to distract me. So gray is the best, most neutral for me, but each to his own. We also have the option to individually select the frame guide for each Multiview box by clicking on the button here. So the frames will only appear for the boxes which you have selected. Lastly, for Multiview new features, we have the option of enabling or disabling the labeling. Wow, so many links on each individual window of the Multiview. You can do so by clicking on the little AA icon here. I'm not sure if the new features added to the Multiview tab excites me or is just a little underwhelming, because I'm pretty sure some of you don't even know that this tab exists in the first place. Even for myself, I've only ever been in this tab probably less than 5 times, mainly just to change the control view. Well, the only thing I don't really like personally about this is the way they worded the options. I don't know if it's a user problem, my user problem, but for this interface, you see they have audio meters all on, frame guides all on, and borders off. To me, that is the current selected option, which means audio meters are currently all on, frame guides are currently all on, and borders are currently off. But no, do take note that these wordings on the button means the next action you want to take. Meaning to say, if you want all the audio meters on, you click on all on. If you want the borders off, you click off. To me, this wording doesn't seem like common sense, but well, again, it's just me and it's a small thing, just something that I noticed while I was just playing around with the new update. But anyway, just pointing this out so you can take note of this if you ever use this feature. So there you have it. A pretty, I would say, comprehensive guide on all the updates of update 9.5 as officially listed on the Blackmagic Design website. If I missed out anything, do let me know in the comments below, and I hope today's video has given you a good idea of what these updates are and how you can implement them in your future live stream productions. For myself, my afterthoughts, honestly, I thought Blackmagic Design has forsaken us Atem Mini users after such a long time with no new updates or equipment or news. But this latest piece of update has brought new life to our equipment, right? Blackmagic Design, Atem Mini users. The updates are even for one of the oldest Atem Mini models, the Atem Mini Pro, which was released more than 4 years ago, sometime in April 2020. So if you ask me, I'm definitely happy with this update. Well, if you like today's video, don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up. Until the next video, I'm Steph. Shout out to Blackmagic Design. You guys rock. Take care and bye-bye.